Hi everyone. This is my first divination reading. And here I'm filming this at the end because I lost the file that had me filming the pile selection and the first group. And I'm here to tell y'all that after I've read for every single one of the groups, this feels more like um a reading that's supposed to be about one situation or multiple parts about a situation. I still decided to say like, okay, you can choose your pile based on this. Um and when I pulled the cards, I was already like, oh, this one looks like this one. This one reminds me of this one. You can watch 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. They might be related, but no, I feel like they are all related somehow. um because you might see similarities and be like, oh wait, does it feel repeating? Why does it feel like this but something else too? Why does it feel like the same issue? It's because it feels like it is. That wasn't my plan at all, but I wanted to be honest and say that. Anyway, that out of the way, here are the cards. The first one is Super Moon with emotions are running high. The second one is New Moon in Gemini, with communication is key. The third one is A Fiery Climax Approaches, with Full Moon in Aries. And the fourth one is Conclusions Are Within Reach, with Full Moon Eclipse. Hello, pile one. If you chose this, emotions are running high. You're in a very emotional time of your life. I am prompted to say, based on the background, that this feels like a pretty much beauty in darkness situations. Like I'm here to tell you to try to see the beauty in the darkness. Maybe take pictures. Photography makes me think of easy ways to see the beauty in the darkness. Um, the colors make me think of that. It feels like it makes me think of like situations that not necessarily about anger but about sadness and deep sadness. And personally, I see it beautiful. It might just be like my bias, but it definitely points to something. Makes me think of tears, of sadness, not as much rage, but something. I do feel now like it's, yeah, something related to an ending, you know um the emotions that creates within someone. I feel like there is something to learn from this, but it might be further on down the road, not necessarily immediately right now, because I see this ray here. It's not here. This is why I say distant. I do feel like there is some things, maybe important, maybe not, things that you can learn from this if you choose so. Um, and that will create more clarity, not only about what happened now, but overall in your life. The You Are Good Enough, um, full moon in Virgo, is a message that you're capable, you're doing good. Um, Virgo is about analyzing and some conservatorism. It's kind of an conservatory energy. It's also about daily tasks, routine, work. To me, daily tasks stands out to me, and it feels like a message. And routine, it makes me feel like it's a message: you are good enough to do daily tasks, to get by each day, to um have a routine, not everyone has a routine. Some people thrive in chaos, but this also doesn't isn't necessarily about um ordinary routines. It can be any kind of routine. You can create that, you can stick by that, you are good enough for that. And don't let pride get in the way. um with the conservatory energy of Virgo, does make me think that, like, um if you want to do something, if you want to take a decision, but you're afraid of what others will say, you're afraid that they will tear you down, and like, so you want to preserve your emotional well-being. This is a message that, like, you should make that decision. That does put you at some risk, because you can manage the aftermath, and like what people think of you afterwards is not about you. You are good enough. And with the conservatory energy again, mm, conservative, I'm sorry, conservative. With the conservative energy again, it makes me think, like, if you want to do something but you've been told, oh, that is childish, that is stupid, that is a childish job, job, I don't know why I said job, that is a childish activity, a stupid one, stupid endeavor, stupid crush. um feel like you should still do it, because don't let pride get in your way. Don't think that, like, you're supposed to be smarter than that. If it brings pleasure into your life, it makes you feel good, then you should do it. um that video that got deleted was about, I mentioned there, how these two are one after another. They are signs that are one after another: Leo, and then we have Virgo. And I mentioned sequences. I don't know. I'm not sure how it's related. I'm gonna say again. This Leo also makes me think that um Leo is also about creativity. Um I do feel like the issue um here with emotions are running high, that this issue can be about creativity to me, because I thought about photography. um I feel like it's about creativity from the start. It might be that you feel like you lost your spark, that you don't know how to put into motion your ideas. I think this just highlights that, not necessarily helps you with how to do it. um but I think it's a sign to think about that and try anyway. With you are good enough, um I think it's a sign, kind of like, okay, think about it. If you reached an impasse, do what, if you found some solutions, do it the something and then see if you can, if what you created makes you come up with other ideas. And here are the final cards. For my plan was to use two oracle cards from the Monology and then three of the tarot cards from the Mystical Manga Tarot. But because I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in other piles, um, I did pull more cards in other piles. I wanted to say like, oh, we have five cards, no, but here it's like here is five. We use the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is usually about choices. It's also about imagination. Um, yeah, I almost forgot. This is one of my favorite cards. It's about imagination, and to me, yeah, it's daring to dream, and like getting inspiration from your imagination, from your dreams. Like if you think of something, write it down, and even if you don't see the exact connection, make something with it. Try to get inspiration from anywhere. Be present somehow. It's a card of dreaming, but it's like, yeah, live and see what happens as you go by. And if you have an active imagination, think about what happens then. Like, it's a card of be present in your dreamy state, be present as imaginative as you are. um, the options thing, I don't think there's a lot of options here. Um, presented to you upright, it's about more options, a lot of options, whatever. But here, reverse, it makes me think like there's not a lot of options, which can be good because you're already in a very emotional state, and the confusion from a lot of options um wouldn't do you any better. Also, this card talks about how some options are not good, some options are bad, and like some options are not good, some options are good, and you have to figure it out. So I think that like if you have limited options, sometimes it's better because it's not this tricky factor of, oh, I'm trying out this thing, oh shit is not good, I'm trying out this thing, oh shit is not good, that thing that can happen. um with this Five of Wands, um Five of Wands is like about some conflict. Again, the wands point to creativity. um but the Five of Wands to me reminds me of the Three of of the not the Three of Wands, what's the two of the three, I hate it. The Five of Wands, anyway, the Five of Wands, this Five of Wands makes me think of like being able to see the future and think about the future. um so to me, if you when this issue is resolved, you can think about your future more clearly and make plans. Also, you can see these ones are restricting the vision of the person here. um See what's gonna happen, and then we have this cloud, something is on the horizon, but there's some time till it can get cleared, it's not that obvious, you can see it right now. um and this Ten of Pentacles, pentacles are about ancestry, inheritance, family. It's some comfort card, you know. It's completion, it's the 10. The tens are about, and every time about completion to me. um it's To me, it's that you can find comfort in family, whatever that means to you. If you have a bad relationship with your blood family, it doesn't have to be that. Family has multiple interpretations, so it can be close friends, but to me, this is more about roots and ancestry, and getting in contact with your culture, your roots, places that your ancestors have been in, where you come from. um, that might help you with the issue you have at hand, or just make you feel more at peace while you figure things out. So this is the end of pile 1. Bye guys.